possible way for us to identify as white. Because, for example, we spent our entire lives up until very recently trying to identify as white. And we verbally would identify as white, mentally identify as white, and tried to snuff out everything black about us as much as possible. And the white community not only ostracized us for trying to be white, they told us that there's no possible way we could be white. The white people invented the one drop rule, so I mean, there's no possible way. And on top of them saying, like, no, you are not white, you are not one of us, you are other, they also laughed at us for wanting to be white. So even if we tried, which we have, there's no possible way for us to identify as white. Third of all, we are half Finnish. I don't half white. I'm half Finnish. My mother is Finnish.
So y'all heard that video or saw that video right there, and one of my subscribers sent this to me on Instagram, and shout out to them. They know exactly who they are if they are currently watching this commentary. This right here is the definition of why the phrase tragic mulatto is a thing. So you have, now mind you, I don't know when this video was made right here, but I would say it definitely was made within recent times. So you have these two young ladies up here who definitely look like they're sisters. Like, they look very much alike. I'm not going to sit here and say that they're twins because they don't look like twins. There is one that looks like they're older than the other, but the resemblance between the both of them is very, very striking. And as you can see at the top, it says mixed girls try to identify as white, but got laughed at by white people. So now they want to be black. And that's where the tragic part lies in. And this is why, exactly why a lot of black people give a lot of people who are biracial the side eye until proven otherwise, because you have people like this. So basically in the video, they're sitting up there talking about how when they were growing up, they knew or were aware that they are mixed, but they wanted to lean in more on their white side. And I can tell that they probably got a lot of the influence from their mother, because as you heard at the end of the video, they said that that their mother was Finnish, from Finland. She, of Finnish descent. So, half white. So I wonder if they were raised primarily by her, or were their mother and their dad in the home together. But from the sounds of it, it looks to me like they were primarily raised by their mother. I could be wrong. If someone is aware of this commentary, please let me know. So they said that they lean more to being white, but if you look at the picture of both of them, especially the one on the right, they couldn't even pass. Let's really look at them. Look at those features. I always tell you, if you're unsure about someone who was mixed, all you got to look for is three things: the hair texture, the nose, and the lips. The one on the right definitely has all three of them. Like, look at her hair. Even though it's cut low into like a fade, you can tell, look at her hair texture and tell that there's some black in her. Look at her nose, look at her lips. And then moreover, because she couldn't pass, look at her skin. She looks like she looks tan. She looked like she just came out of the sun. And then the one on the right, because I guess it's because I don't know if there's sunlight coming in through her window, and so it's kind of washing her out a little bit. But look at her hair. She has her hair in braids. Not that that's really a qualifier or anything like that, but she looks almost like the one on the right, which I'm assuming is her sister. So neither one of them could pass the nearly white test, if you want to call it that. There's no way they could pass. But they sat there and they said they leaned more into their white side and tried so hard to be white, but then it was white people that told them, no, you're not white, you're other. And we know what they mean when they said other. When they told them that they were other, that was their nice way of calling them an N-word. They probably, I don't know how old these young ladies are. Again, I don't know when this was made, but gauging on how they look in the video, they definitely had to probably be in their early 20s when this video was made, if this video was made a while ago. And what really got me was when the one on the left was talking, because the one on the left was doing all the talking. I don't think the one on the right even spoke. Is when they said they tried everything that they could to snuff out their blackness. Understand how loaded that word snuff is. For those who are of a certain age and don't know what snuff means, that literally means to kill, to eliminate, to terminate, to cancel, to annihilate. That's literally what it means. So the fact that she sat up there and said that they were trying everything that they could to snuff out their blackness shows the level, the deep level of self-hatred they have for the melanin that's flowing through their body right now as we speak. And what's sad about it is that if they had just said, I don't know, maybe embraced both sides, then that's, one thing, but they didn't even embrace their black side. This literally is just like that movie Imitation of Life. If y'all have never seen that movie, I'll tell you right now, it's a hard watch because of the daughter. But literally what these two girls are doing right here in that video is exactly what the daughter was doing in Imitation of Life through and through. And what's so sad about it is like the caption says above the video, is that now they're going to try to quote unquote be black. Not after this, because guess what? If white people aren't going to accept you after what you did, it's no way in hell black people are going to allow you to come over here and then just let you just nest. You said y'all tried to do everything that you could to snuff out your blackness because you wanted to be white so bad. And when white people told you could not be white, because technically they're right, you couldn't be white because you're not white. You're not black either. You're biracial. But guess what? Here's the thing. Black people would have been way more accepting of you if it wasn't for your self-hatred. Now you are what I call a nomad. You have nowhere to go. You are on an island by yourself. You can't go with white people because they already told you ain't white, and you can't come over here because we about to tell you that you have a lot of self-hate. So I don't know what to tell you. And the crazy part about it is their story is not unique. Their story is the same with a lot of people's stories out there. But here's the thing. White people are the ones that told them that to go on somewhere, don't be around us. You can't be white. But I bet you any amount of money, because white people said that, and because they can't go over there, they're going to find a way to flip this on black people and make it seem like we're the enemy if we don't accept them. They can do all that they want, but at the end of the day, we weren't the ones that told them to go out there and do the self-hate method. They did that on their own, and this wasn't something that they just started doing. You can tell that this was something that they had been doing for a while, and then they got told on themselves, and now they're feeling some type of way. But I actually also have a question, and I don't know if they'll see this video or not. I really don't care. Let's flip it. Let's hypothetically say that they were getting on there and they were talking about how black people didn't accept them, like saying you're not black enough, or you're not black at all, you're mixed in that, this, that, and the third. I wonder what the tone would have been in this video if it was that case. Would they have still sounded the same? Would they still sounded upset? Or would they have been on there cussing black people out? Because I'm almost willing to bet it would have been the latter rather than the former. Because when black people don't accept people, then that's when the fangs start to show. I mean, you don't believe me? Look at what's going on right now in LA with all those protests and how upset they're getting at black people because we're not going out there to help them. You got people online crashing out all over the place talking about you need to get out there because they do it for you. Oh, black people need to get out there because we're a unit. Oh, you need to get out there because of black and brown. Now, if they'll do that, I can almost guarantee if the shoe was on the other foot and they were coming at black people the same way white people, the same way, let me rephrase that. If they were coming at black people, in this context, they would have been voices elevated. They would have used all kinds of colorful phrasing and words. their tone would have been a lot different. Now, I'm just speculating because I don't know. Because, again, they were doing whatever they could to shun themselves away from black people, which also tells me that they've never been around black people like that, or they've gone out of their way to not be around black people like that. They probably never even been to maybe a family cookout on the black side of their family. Again, going back to were they raised by their single white mother? Because that will explain a whole lot. But I don't feel bad for him. Actually, I don't feel bad for anybody who's in a situation like this. You made your decision and we are making ours. And the decision, I think collectively, I think I can speak for the collective when I say we feel nothing. Y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.